Can you believe this? Politico is calling Donald Trump low energy. Donald Trump, the guy who goes around talking about everyone else is low energy. I mean, he has made low energy Jeb Bush's nickname. He talks about Hillary Clinton not having the strength and the stamina to be president. And now this website, I'm sure he's going to have some choice words for Politico, is turning it back on him. Well, what Politico is talking about is Trump's, shall we say, rate of campaigning. They did some advanced math, calculus, and found out that so far in this campaign, Trump has had 100 campaign events compared to about 170 for Jeb Bush. And then other candidates, Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, and others are somewhere between 120, 130. So Trump, it is true. Let me explain a little bit more about this. It is true that Donald Trump tends to do one major event a day, which is a big rally, comes down in his luxury jet from New York, pops into town, whether it's in Iowa or New Hampshire. Recently, he's gotten big crowds in Massachusetts and Mississippi. Thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of people turn out, and then he gets back on the plane and goes home most of the time. Whereas Ted Cruz, for example, sometimes is out there doing 5 events a day, doing the bus tour through Iowa this week. So if you want to have that as the measure of a candidate's tenacity, you could, and you want a provocative headline that a lot of people are going to click on, you say, hey, Trump's low energy, these other people are doing a lot more events. Well, first of all, you know, reporters tend to like the whole idea of retail campaigning. I mean, I can't tell you how many endless days I have spent watching candidates do town halls and working the county fairs and kissing babies on the rope line and taking questions from voters and going into diners and shaking hands. I mean, it's kind of the old-fashioned American way of campaigning. But maybe that's not where it's at anymore. I mean, if you're Trump and you can draw 15,000 people to a rally, you're reaching a lot more people than hanging out in an Iowa coffee shop. And I think the whole campaign has been nationalized now with the televised debates, another one next week on Fox Business, drawing as much as 24 million people. Again, if you can only going to get 100 or 200 people at a town hall meeting, one of the reasons you do the retail campaigning is to get the media coverage. Well, Trump gets media coverage wherever he goes. I mean, he gets media coverage every time he tweets, and he certainly gets a lot of sound bites and excerpts played on television when he does the big rallies. So, interesting twist to call him low energy. I think from Trump's point of view, he's doing what works for him. He doesn't need to introduce himself to voters. Everybody knows who Donald Trump is. So I wouldn't exactly call that low energy. I do think there's a real question about how much does retail campaigning count this time around in an age of Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and televised debates, and does it have an effect on how many people you can turn out? So all these people come to Trump rallies. Are they really going to vote? Are they going to go to the Iowa caucuses on a cold February night? That part remains to be seen.